Good morning, children. Welcome to the class. Today we will learn about consumption schedule and consumption curve. Now, the consumption schedule I am writing on the board, or rather, I am drawing a consumption schedule on the board. Suppose I have an example like this: C is equal to, I am writing here, C is equal to 15 plus 0.55. This is the consumption function I am giving, and on the basis of this, I have to draw my schedule. So, I will take first income, then consumption, income. After that, we will take C bar, which is autonomous. Then we will have 0.py, which is here. Py is equal to 0.5 of whatever the thing is, into y. And the third will be the consumption function, which is C is equal to C bar plus py. Income I will take from 0 to 14. Autonomous consumption as per the function given here is 15. 15 is the autonomous consumption. Dy is 0.5 of y. Dy is 0.5 of y, that is 0.5 into 0, 0. 0.5 into 10, 5. 0.5 into 20, 10. 0.5 into 3, 15. 0.5 into 4, 20. Adding them up, you will get 15 plus 0, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay, this is your schedule based on the function given. C is equal to 15 plus 0.5 y. 15 here, because you know that consumption is equal to C bar plus py. This is the actual function which we had learned yesterday. That consumption function is equal to autonomous consumption plus B, where B stands for marginal propensity to consume and Y is the income. If the consumption function is given as C equal to 15 plus 0.5y, here 15 is what? The autonomous consumption. Autonomous consumption is written 15 over here. Dy is equal to what? This is dy. B is 0.5. 0.5 into y, that is 0.5 into 0, 0. 0.5 into 10 is 5. 0.5 into 20, 10. 0.5 into 30, 15. 0.5 into 4, 40 is equal to 20. When we add this up, we get the entire function. 15, 20, 25, 30, and 35 by adding 15 plus 0, 15 plus 5, 15 plus 10, 15 plus 15, 15 plus 20. Now, either we draw this to scale or we can draw this as we feel without a scale. It would be like this. On the x-axis, we know that this is my 45 degrees of line, which is y, and this is called AS on the y-axis. This is the x-axis. We will take income. Okay, this is the 45 degree line. The C will begin from here, C and C dash. Okay, and this part will be called C dash autonomous consumption, which means that when income is 0, there is still some consumption. So, like when income is 0, consumption is 15. That is 15. You have consumed 15. How? Through this savings. This savings means from your borrowings, from your savings from the savings bank account. At this point where the consumption curve cuts the income curve, let's call it A. This is called the BEP, which is the break-even point. Now, when we see the consumption curve is higher than the income curve, what does this show you? This shows you this savings. This shows you savings. Any point before A, this area will show you this savings. Any point after K will show you savings. Here you see the income line is above the consumption line. It means income is more than consumption. So consumption, you are not spending all your money. All the income is there. Out of the income you are spending some part. The remaining part is saved. Here consumption is higher than income, which shows that there will be this savings, autonomous consumption. You are consuming by taking out income from either from your savings or from your, you may have certain borrowings from various institutions, banks, etc. Next, what was the observation from this? We said first observation is that in the diagram 45-degree line is the income line. This is called the income line. And right straight. My income line. Y. It is also called AS. This C and C dash is called the consumption curve, which starts from point C on the y-axis. What does this imply? This implies that when national income is zero, there is some minimal level of consumption. That is autonomous consumption, which is shown as C bar. Third observation, C dash curve has a positive slope, which shows that as income rises, consumption will also rise, but in less proportion. Fourth, the point where consumption is equal to income, this point A, the point where income is equal to consumption, it is known as BEP, break-even point. Before K, before the point K, consumption is greater than income, indicating this savings. But after point K, consumption is less than income, showing savings. Okay. Next, we come to consumption, propensity to consume. Wiping this out. Propensity to consume. Definition: it is the desire to consume at different levels of income in the economy. It is a desire to consume at different levels of income in the economy. There are two types of propensity to consume. First is APC, Full form is average propensity to consume. And second is MPC, marginal propensity to consume. The propensity to consume is of two types: APC, average propensity to consume; MPC, marginal propensity to consume. First, APC, the definition. It is the ratio between total consumption and total income at a given level of income of the economy. So it is the ratio between total consumption, which is capital C, and total income, which is Y, at a given level of income of the economy. So APC will be calculated as C upon Y, consumption upon income, total consumption upon total income. Then I have an APC schedule drawn here. There are three columns. The first column is income, which is Y, capital Y, consumption, which is capital C, and the third is APC, which is calculated as C upon Y. Assuming income is from 0 to 40, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, consumption is 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. APC will be first is 15 upon 0, nothing. 20 upon 10 is 2. 25 upon 20, 1.25. 30 upon 30 is 1. 35 upon 40, 0.87. This is the APC schedule. Note this down. After drawing the APC schedule, write down the features of APC. Features of APC, average propensity to consume. First, as income increases, APC falls because the propensity of income, the proportion of income spent on consumption decreases. So as income increases, APC falls because the proportion of income spent on consumption increases. Second, the value of APC can be greater than 1. In this column, the value of APC can be greater than 1 when consumption expenditure is more than the income. When the consumption expenditure is more than the national income. And this will be on the point before K. Remember, I've drawn the diagram in my graph. Before K, the point K, APC will be greater than 1. Here consumption is greater than income, it is greater than 1. Here consumption is greater than income, it is greater than 1. What about this? APC, next point, the value of APC can be less than 1. The value of APC can be less than 1 when consumption expenditure is less than the national income. In this case, when the consumption expenditure is less than the national income, your APC will be less than 1. Next, the value of APC is equal to 1. The value of APC is equal to 1 when consumption expenditure and national income are equal. When consumption expenditure and national income are equal. And the last point, APC can never be 0 because consumption is never equal to 0 because consumption is never equal to 0 at any level of income. Even at a 0 level of income, there is autonomous consumption, because even at 0 level of income, there is autonomous consumption, which means that even if the person has no income, to survive he has to consume. There will be consumption even when there is 0 level of income. And how does he do that? Through taking money out from his savings or by borrowing monies, and which is given the term as autonomous. So we will stop here today and we will continue the next class. We will talk about marginal propensity to consume. Okay, children? So we will stop till here. Have a nice day. Stay safe.